Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake and you're here for another reaction, and today I am reacting to The Last of Us Episode 6. Now, I'm releasing this quite a bit later than, well no, it's Wednesday. Well, I'm recording this on Wednesday. It came out Monday. Feels later because the last was on Friday. It's the whole thing. I've been in Rome, Italy, away with my partner for her 30th, and it was lovely. So much pasta, so much red wine, so much vodka martinis. Didn't expect to be drinking so much of that out in Rome, but I've found myself drinking a lot of that. But mainly red wine and so much pasta and pizza. It was unreal, and some of the sights and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's why it's a little bit quiet on the channel for the past week. It's because I've had to we've been away, just sort of been able to get back, have enough time now to be able to get this recording done. So that's been my absence. Now moving on to the show. Last week's episode. I mean, again, I said it last time. I kind of knew what was coming, but there was a little part of me that was thinking maybe, just maybe they might not. But they did. They just did a different spin on it. I thought last week's episode was fantastic. I thought it was so good in the sense that. It's doing this perfect moment for it's keeping obviously the people who've never played the game. It's keeping them on their toes constantly because they don't know what's going on, and then it's also keeping the people who have played the games on their toes because they don't know what they're going to change or what they might do differently, or I recognise that, is that going to mean this, and it doesn't come, so it's sort of like, or they delay it, that sort of thing. So we're just, and I think they did that perfectly well. I thought the bloater was unreal. I've watched that scene over and over again. Him ripping Pierce's head off, so good, so good. It was heartbreaking but tense, funny at points, but it does just follow the story of the story of the whole world that they've created in the game, which is that it's just, this world is dreadful. It's fucked. Where's the hope? And you've got to find the hope yourself. And yeah, and I think they're finding that so well with the show. And perfect casting so far as well. Excuse me. Yeah, perfect casting so far. I think that everyone that has come in to play a significant role so far has done spectacular. Like, they've exceeded what I expected. So no complaints here from this guy so far. As for this week's episode, I know that we're going to be having a Tommy reunion because that's where it should be coming in. That's how it follows it in the game. So we should be getting a reunion to with Tommy. How they expand that part of their of the story, it's I'm interested to see because we're in the game, obviously without ruining the game for people, I'm interested to see what sort of thing attacks them, as in what the main threat is this episode. That's probably the words I'm looking for. Main threat is, because I know what the main threat is, and it's like, would they do this again for this episode? I'm not too certain, but we'll have to see. I'm excited to see. But other than that, guys, I think I'm going to jump into this. Before I do, just to let you know, since also I have been away, before I went away, I think the day before I went away, I played football, and in playing the game I got injured, and I thought my toe was just swollen, and it's more than that. The sorry if anyone's squeamish, but the big toenail has dislodged itself. Not broken, it just dislodged itself. So now it's just, and I've been walking all over Rome, so I've been not resting it at all. So it's not looking good for the toe. So I might get an emergency phone call from the doctor. So that if mid-reaction, if you just see me jump to my phone, or my phone even plays, normally it's on silent, it's because I have to be able to hear it so then I can answer it. So yeah, just letting you know that, just in case they might not. I hope they ring. I'm really scared what might happen to this toe. But just letting you know. Anyway, I'm going to jump into this, guys. So I hope I enjoy this episode, and I hope you enjoy this reaction. And if you do, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I've just realised that my camera is not directly in the centre, and it's infuriating me. I need to get this sorted as soon as I'm done finishing with this intro. Anyway, yeah. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time that I upload. There's a bunch of other video reactions around here with me. I do Doctor Who reactions with my little brother. I do Marvel reactions with my mate Josh, who hasn't seen the films. Have a look around, see what takes your fancy. But other than that, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Oh, can't wait to fix this camera. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, we're jumping off straight from here, are we? No, this is a memory. This is a memory. Who the fuck are you? Who he is? Oh, I actually know they're from the trailers.
And the gun. Who the hell are you? There's someone passing through.
You made him soup?
Yeah.
What queen?
I'm looking for my brother.
Oh, come on, there's like 1,000.
Who's this little psycho?
Never mind her. I need you to tell us where we are.
You got a map?
Here. Exactly where. And your answer better be the same as your wife's.
That's from the game, but at a more pivotal point. Now, if I don't get that pivotal point and they use it for this tiny moment, and this might be a big moment from all I know, but it feels like a tiny moment, I'm going to freak out later on.
You tell him.
What about the fireflies?
We get those in the summer.
Bugs, the people.
There are firefly people?
You got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah.
Actually, I love these people.
I don't know anything. I've never heard of the fireflies.
You fucking thief. You animal, Ellie. Wait, what?
There.
What?
It's gonna be easy. To do is cross the river of death.
Does Joel have anxiety, maybe? Oh, this scenery. It's beautiful. Oh, you love to see it.
Can I have some?
No.
What, just to warm up? Come on.
Breaking neck, no to drink, but might still give in. Oh, he's the best dad in the world.
Like, what do we do?
Oh, it's a we?
Oh, stop that, Joel.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I would raise sheep and do what they're told.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I see what you did there.
you and a bunch of sheep. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah,
Marlene, she's a lot
yeah,
of things.
just a little bit.
But she's no fool. I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep. I was quiet.
Oh, Canada's just beautiful, isn't it? I know they filmed in Canada. It's just beautiful. What country? Right, this bridge now looks ominous due to the music alone. Oh, that's from the trailer. She's trying to whistle.
The sound. Why do they call it dressing? It's like, you should call it undressing. It's like undressing.
Are we at the dam?
Damn.
Fuck off, Ellie.
You know Will living.
What? Oh shit! They just did the mute thing like in the game as well, didn't they? Hold on. So you know when so if you play the game, you know when like the hint happens. That's what it sounded like there. That little noise.
How we just talk this through?
How about you shut the fuck up?
Okay, easy.
That's rude.
Last chance for a bullet.
There's no way they trained dogs to smell infected. Oh my god. I'm torn between the dog being a fucking rat and wanting to pet. Yes. Ellie gets it.
Tommy!
Am I gonna get emotional? Yes, I am. I'm getting emotional. Oh.
I came here to save you.
Oh. Reunions.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What about her manners?
She was just curious. Kids around here don't usually look or talk.
She's ready to fucking throw down. That's fucking brilliant.
It'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Well, this is where you find out she is family.
Congrats.
Hello? Speaking. So, appointment for 7:30 this evening. Let's do this.
Headshot those fuckers from a half mile out.
Can you teach me how?
No, we can't. How do you keep this place?
Sheep! Joel's gonna fall in love.
Hey Joel, check it.
So, communism.
Yep.
Nah, it ain't like
Yeah, it
that.
is.
Literally, this is the commune. We're communists.
No way.
That's our newest one.
That hurt him
You want
deep.
a petter?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you age much.
You, on the other hand.
Stop it. It's making me sad that he has.
So how's Tess?
Oh, God!
Fine.
No!
All right.
You fucking fibber.
Very protective of this place. If a good
As he-
fucking
as he
rain,
should
folks
be,
find out we're
exactly.
up here,
No, I heard.
I'm gonna be a father.
Oh, congratulations! Oof, Joel, this is hurting you. Oh no, don't get pissed, Joel.
We'll find out.
Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Preach. Preach! He must be having anxiety or something. Or, oh no. Is he actually ill? Fuck off. Fuck the right off. Get out of here. Joel! Is he giving a shiwi?
Oh.
That's a shiwi. That's a shiwi. That's a great fucking coat, by the way. Love it. Need it in my life.
Sarah was Joel's daughter.
This is the first time she's hearing about this, I think. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh, maybe I should. Have your super fucking eggplant coat.
Where are we going?
The movies.
The movies! Oh my god, imagine it's a film that I know and love. Somebody at the actress's voice, I can't work out what it is. It sounds like kind of got something back in the throat. Like it's I don't know. It's so weird to explain. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. She's doing well with the role. It's just something I've noticed. I also forgot. I've been so. I forgot to do notes. So
Into the other room. You seem to take it in stride.
I don't recognize that film. For some reason, I don't.
I'm sorry.
Ah, Tommy's saying he's sorry. Joel's such an asshole.
Right to the university. She's in.
It's a big fucking deal, Tommy.
Because I was too slow. And too fucking after you had come.
Oh, my boy's too old. He's old.
And that's all. I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep.
Fuck!
That's all I do.
Oh my god, this is deep.
It's failing. Again and again. You have to take her.
Oh my god, this is heartbreaking. This is more heartbreaking than I thought it was going to be.
Anyone. Not even Maria. Tell me you're the only one I trust.
I'll take her out at dawn.
You're a good brother. Fuck's sake.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies. Deciding which shirt goes with which skirt.
Yep. She's not.
Not her, you know.
Oh, I knew she was going to do it.
Maria told me about.
You have no idea what loss is.
Ah, Joel.
Everybody fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I'd be safe, so I would just be more scared.
Ah. Oh, Joel.
Sure as hell ain't your dad.
You motherfucker. Oh.
Dawn.
He's forever haunted by the ghost of his daughter. Oh my Christ. I just love that they gave me the same sort of speech from the game and I still cried. That I knew it was coming, I felt it coming, and it still broke me. And it was an entirely different scenario, you know? Like, it...
I came here to steal one of these horses and go.
I would have gave you one.
I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
There's a place for you here.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Counting on it. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Because Maria
Half.
took mine, you know.
Half. Half a mile away, baby.
You're flinching.
You're
You made it bigger than I should have. Eject the car nice and slow.
gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant?
Oh,
It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right. You.
Fuck's sake. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. This, HBO, man. Thank you for funding so much, putting so much money into so many shows just to give us moments like that.
Where they ran stuff in Jackson. Was that?
Everybody loved contractors.
I don't think they did. Another beautiful shot. Oh.
This way.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer.
Here
Why
it
is that
is.
funny?
Are those monkeys?
Must be from the old labs.
Yep.
Look at them go.
I pause for a reason, but I'm just going to do my notes in the meantime. Reveal yourself, monkey! They actually look just like him in the game as well.
Back.
They actually did well to make him look like the little fucking raggedy scumbags they are. Go on, John. Oh, yes, Daddy. You love to see it. Oh, shit, he got him! Oh, okay. Okay, this is making sense, yeah. That's it, Ellie. Oh, okay, so yeah, so in the game that comes out differently. I was there wondering when I saw the next scene how he was on the ground floor. Because in the game it's different, and I was like, oh. And then when they got into the whole kerfuffle there, I was like, oh, okay. So maybe he sat in that moment, he gets shot instead? But no, he got impaled. He definitely got a version of impaled, I guess.
I can't fucking do this without you. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the fuck I'm gonna do. Joe.
What an apt song to use as well. Fuck off. I mean, like, I knew it was coming, a version of it, and like, and it was different, and obviously I knew he was gonna fall off the horse, and I was like, alright, okay, cool. But even then, those words that came out of my mouth that I've did it before as well, it's still, it hits home, and that's so upsetting. Oh, so upsetting. So sad an end in that. Yeah, wow. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the rest of my notes on them. And that, guys, was my reaction to The Last of Us Episode 6. Very good episode. It was less crazy than that part of the game. There's a lot more shooting and a lot more people to be dealt with, whereas this one, it was you met them and you met to Tommy, met Tommy, and then the whole thing, and then you have to then deal with raiders, and then you then have to then chase after Ellie, who's upset. It's a whole thing, and then eventually you then get to the Fireflies camp, and then there's a lot more raiders there. Like we saw those 4 there. There's a lot more than that, and there's a lot more of a standoff, and the whole thing with Joel is different. So it was a lot less sort of like sort of crazy like that, but it dealt with the issues that need to be dealt with as for the safe haven that Tommy has helped create and what the environment they're in. My chair's slowly falling down. Hold on. Why is it doing this? Why? Anyway, there we go. Hello. Yeah, so what they've created, community. It's commune. It's communism. It's lovely. And yeah, so they've created that, and it's something for them, an idealistic thing to look forward to in the future as a way of to come back to if they want to. Having that moment where Joel has to face up for the reasons why he doesn't want to get close to her. That's to do with his past with Sarah, but then also that he's not who he was 4 years ago. He's slower, he's deaf, he's all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of like, you know, makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So, well, we got those main ones, and then obviously then him comes to realization that, you know, he thinks he's better off with Tommy, but he's given her the choice, and ultimately it's the right choice for them because it makes them much more closer. And then obviously then, yeah, and the main those are sort of main things we got from, and then also the fact that the Fireflies have moved elsewhere, and you need to carry on with your journey. And that's it, really. Those are the main things they did, but they sort of they scattered it into a well. I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode, but I'd say, but it's dealt with the thing they dealt with a lot for 55 minutes without having to deal with any physical, you know, altercations really. And then we then got the last moments with the Raiders. So yeah, so I overall I think it's my favorite. It's still a very, very, very great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was tense at points. It was emotionally hitting, and I feel like with these ones you need to be, you know, you have to be. You don't want to be constantly becoming a grotesque, like just blood and guts and violence for the sake of it, and you don't want to then just constantly be like a Debbie Downer every week. So I'm constantly just sort of like turning into that, like, right, I'm ready to cry 17 million times at how depressing this shit is, you know. So you need to find that nice. And this is a good episode to sort of. It's calm. Now we got the bloat of the last episode. We got Sam and Henry's whole ending, you know. So it's been hard hitting, whereas this one's now it's just a lull before the storm again. That's basically it. So, but yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm going through my notes here. The Hut people. I thought they were a great addition. I like how they just live out by themselves. They don't have to deal with much. They had like a nice little wee banter. It was quite good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was there like who? Like I was just thinking like what's going on here, and then they turned out to be fabulous. Yeah, Joel's anxiety I wrote in question mark, but it seems like he's just finding it hard to keep up with everything now, and it is affecting him. So, but we were again as scattered throughout. It's good that we're getting more dimensions to Joel. In the game, we get obviously the dimension that, you know, he's lost his daughter, and now here's another girl that needs him, and he's trying his hard to keep him distance. And we're getting that, but we're not getting these other sort of like layers to him that we're getting these. And that's what I appreciate about these shows like their adaptations, is that they can give you different version or perspectives, you know, and I thoroughly enjoy that. The whole weird conversation, like a couple that they had, was like, where are we going, you know, like sort of like, where would you go after this, the whole sheep herder thing. Yeah, so it's good that we're getting these bits of him trying to again put up the wall, but then we're then seeing again torn down as well. So, yeah, but then she took the watch. So her watch has ended. Game of Thrones thing. She's in it. So is Pedro at one point. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, him giving her like you seeing the slow build up of trust, as in like, and he needs to impart his wisdom and relinquish control sometimes for her to develop her into someone that can survive without him. Because look how this ended. You know, he needs to sort of build her up to these moments. So, you know. Yeah, the whole astronaut and whistling thing, especially the whistling thing. The astronaut one, I can't... Again, it might have been... Again, I can't necessarily remember that bit. I know it's something that gets mentioned in the second game. But definitely the whistling thing. Another thing from the game, her trying to whistle. And you get that point throughout the game. Love it. I wrote down Ellie and Doggy. Now, again, they can sort of do what they want with this show, but there's that little part of me that's, again, no, I'm there like, sort of, this is fine, right? But then there's still that little part of me was like, this is fine, right? Like, this isn't going to lead to something, a whole thing. So there was that wee part of me that was like that. But then the dog ended up just sort of like, Joel just getting so worried. And of course, in classic Ellie movies, that he's getting worried something bad's going to happen. And then she's like, just let the dog lick her face and stuff like that. So that was great. To her and Tommy, him and Tommy reunion, man. Lovely stuff. Really just cut you deep. It's great. Loved it, yeah. Loved it. Let's have a look here. Tommy going to be a dad. Now, that's obviously hard hitting for Joel to hear, obviously, but it is, again, I'm fairly certain, I can't know, I'm fairly certain that it's not mentioned in the game that she is. I'm fairly certain. But yeah, we'll have again, him being a dad, and another layer to Tommy's character as for why he can't bring, but in the end, obviously Joel tells him why, the reasoning behind it. But yeah, and just seeing Joel's bitterness through, like, he's torn. He's bitter, but he's happy, but he's also bitter. So he's just like, oh well, we'll see. Just still shitty comment. Ellie having that little moment with oh Christ, what's her name? Tommy's wife, and now my mind's gone blank. That's winding me up. I'm checking. There's no point waiting. I'm just going to check. You'll be happy to hear that as I was about to type in for IMDb, it hit me. Maria. There we go. Yeah. So her having that moment with Maria was just getting more to know about Maria, her sort of relationship. Again, diving in deep there. But then we getting her being told about, you know, Sarah, and the back and forth to sort of like try and get information out of each other whilst also giving, like, you know, not giving anything away. It's a game they were playing. It was cat and mouse, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Who was the cat? Who was the mouse? That was nice. Oh, there's something happened before all that. Sorry, I wrote about the Shiwi. Now, I know people who have been with me when they've had it. I haven't obviously seen them use it, but it is when we it's when you go places where there is no it's too many cubicles, and especially when you're a woman, when it's too many cubicles, especially if they're not cubicles, then camping and things like that, and you just haven't got the ability to just go, I need to perch a squat, pull down, for whatever reason, for wildlife reason, for people being creeps, for all that reasons. The Shiwi's fantastic. It's just bam, boom, poof, and you're pissing like a bloke. And it's I did not consider that to be something that's great for the apocalypse, but it makes so much sense now. You don't want to be caught with your trousers around your ankles, do you? Like, But yeah, that was great. And I also wrote down what did I write down here? It was Ellie shouting at the kid who was just looking at her like a bear. That was fucking brilliant. Oh, sensational stuff. just so it was it was just like, so how are you gonna make it look like more? How are you gonna make yourself look more of an outside about eating like an animal, and then swearing and then screaming at someone for just looking at you? Oh, Ellie, I love you. Yeah, Joel's whole fear of failing her like he did fail Sarah, and that you can't protect her. There's so much at stake, and he's not the right person for it. Being able to give Tommy the truth, and not just the truth is in the story, but everything behind it, his reasoning behind it, his like showing him how vulnerable he is, and it's again didn't get that in the game, and it was perfect. It just makes so much sense. It wasn't just the fact that it was just the weight of everything as well. It was just everything to do with Pedro and Pascal is just unreal. It's just unreal. Yeah. So the whole thing with Joel and Ellie having their scene where it's sort of it's from the game, but again it's a different like point in the same point in the game, but different aspects where it's not in that sort of area. It's a whole thing. Play the game if you haven't, but it's still such a hard hitting scene. It's still just emotionally charged for both of them, and just her sort of trying to make him see, look, I'm right here. I'm not the ghost of your daughter. I'm myself, but I need you. And it's like, yeah, like I'm still feeling a little bit heavy from that scene. But obviously then it's then followed up by them being like, like him giving her the option straight away, her just going, settle up, partner. Oh yeah, I wrote up Joel and Ellie's fight scene, and then Joel and Ellie makeup. That's my word. Oh, that was great. And then his goodbye with Tommy is just, it's yeah. But yeah, so you have all that, and then having like the whole them leaving, being offered the option of coming back. We have that chapter if we want to go back to it, but as in like continuing with that area. But then them leaving, and then just the bonding that we understand that they've been going for at least 5 days, because that's when he mentions it, and she's just asking questions about the old world, and he's now no longer getting annoyed by the questions really. Well, he probably is, but he's not like sort of like, would you shut up? Like, he's just there answering her, and he's like talking about absolute fucking nonsense, and then it's again nice moments to show, because obviously with us in the game it was just the X-Men later, and then that sort of thing, or they didn't get it. It was just then done. We didn't see what was in between to show the bonding that they have, as for why they care for each other so deeply, and it's just it's great stuff. Little things like that, thoroughly enjoy. I love that fact that we got the monkeys. That was great. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then obviously then we got there, and again maybe I don't know. I think I kind of, because we obviously didn't get the things that we didn't get previous in this mission. I was about to say in this episode, in the game, there's missions as part of this that are manic as fuck, and I kind of get this subtlety because they didn't want it to overpower. But I think even just a little bit longer of like a little bit of the action, or a little more tenses for you to be like oh, and then to see that's a bit more impactful. But then again, it could be maybe I'm seeing it as that way, whereas the shock factor for someone, it's just the one person, here go, and then it could be that. I don't know where necessarily I stand with it, because I get why it's done, and I was still a little bit sort of like, oh, okay, this is it, because I've seen it. But yeah, but then again, also maybe wants to highlight the fact that this is exactly what he's on about. He's not as fast as he used to be. He's not. He's older now. He's getting hit by something like this. So yeah, I'm talking about that. But I think even if it was a little bit longer, or there was more people involved to show, like as in like I don't know. But I think my one is that maybe I'm a little bit torn if I want that. If I was to, but again, even then, that's me thinking maybe, because what if they did do it and I'm like, no, this is just like the game, like this. So I don't know. That's one where I'm like sort of torn over. Maybe I could have gone either or, but I guess we'll never know in live action, obviously. But yeah, and then obviously Joel getting affected, her getting on ride by, horsing by, yeah, horse and no carriage drive by shooting. That's what we're going for. Just him riding up her, just sort of great stuff. And then him falling and her saying those lines. It's a heartbreaking. The music at the end just fits so aptly. It was great. It was so lovely stuff. Top notch stuff. Again, I have that little moment where I think I could have gone either way, whether it was longer and more tense, or if it was the shock value of this happening just this once real quick, where I'm like, I don't know. But otherwise, for me, a great episode. Got the emotional sort of punch in the guts a couple of times. Had a few funny moments as well, as you sort of expect. But again, keeping things from the game whilst also expanding itself. They're finding a nice balance with this stuff, and I'm very, very happy with this episode and the show overall. But guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm rambling a bit too much. But I am going to leave it there. So guys, I hope... no, hold on. How do I do my outro again? It's been maybe 8 days since I've done one. 8 days? 9 days maybe? Christ, it's been a long time. No, 8 days, surely. Yeah, it's probably 8 days. What am I on about? Now I'm trying to stall for time so I can remember my outro. I got it. There we go. Shh, this didn't happen. If you liked the video, please like the video. Comment down below. What do you think of this episode when you watched it? What do you think about the difference from the game to this episode? What do you think of the depth that we're getting more to Joel as well? You know, yeah, just comment down below what you thought of this episode in general, or just answer the specific stuff. That'd be great. If you like these types of video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time that I upload. There's a bunch of other videos to do with me on here, doing reactions with my little brother to Doctor Dolittle. That's exactly what we're doing. No, Doctor Who, the new Who, and doing reactions to Marvel films with my mate Josh, who hadn't seen them. So if any of that takes your fancy, or have a look at the stuff that I just did by myself, see what takes your fancy. That'd be great. Subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But other than that, guys, I'll see you out there.